Okay, so let's start off in a child's pose, and that just means we want to put our big toes together. We want to sit down on the heels, and if you feel like it's looser in your hips for you, it gives you a little bit more space, you can take your knees wide before you come down. Okay, so that'll give you like a more relaxed child's pose, and I like to kind of wiggle side to side. Okay, on the flip side of that, if you feel like your hips are pretty happy today and you want to kind of peel open and the low back, maybe get a little bit more spacious, put your knees together and try that. So we'll spend the first few minutes of our time today just being still and breathing deeply. So please get comfortable. Please find a very long, slow, deep inhale. And a very long, complete exhale that cleans out your lungs entirely. See if you could drag both halves of the breath out until you're breathing maximum breath, okay, as big as your breath can be. Shift your awareness inward and notice your body moving with your breath. Notice the rib cage expanding outward in all directions with your inhale. The belly puffing open, kind of allow your belly to be a big open Buddha belly. On your exhale, drive all of that inward. The belly rolls inward toward the spine. The rib cage compresses. Keep your breath moving. Follow it with your mind. And we'll take a few more rounds of just deep breathing like this. Feel free to cultivate that roaring sound in your ears so that the breath makes a big internal sound. I think it sounds like waves or wind, a very powerful natural force. As you breathe in this posture, check in, see if you've noticed your body relaxing a little bit. Maybe your shoulders feel a little softer as they slide off your back. Maybe your hip creases feel a little warmer, a little softer, as maybe they feel a little bit of intensity sinking down toward the earth, but just breathe into that. And just a reminder that intensity in your practice can be okay if that's what you're going for today. Everyone's cultivating a different practice vibe today. However, if you ever feel pain on the mat, I want you to stop, take a break, check in, and find a posture or a modification that doesn't cause any pain. All right, my friends, that being said, let's start to move around. So reach your hands forward. Keep your hips really grounded on your heels, okay? So keep them super heavy, like you're trying to point your tailbone at the center of the earth. Walk the fingers out and make a long neck here so your shoulders roll away from your ears. Take some really big deep breath into your armpits and your big chest and shoulders. Maybe starting to look side to side, moving your cervical spine, all your neck tissues around. Keep spreading the shoulders away from the ears. Okay, beginning to twist and rotate a little bit in that upper spine. And then let's turn this into a little side bend. So bring yourself back to kind of a center point here, looking down at the floor. And then you can walk your hands out to the left. So take both hands out to the left, take them way off your mat. Okay, drop that head. Nice big breath here. We're going to stretch out that right side. So big inhales into the right rib cage. Big exhales, belly button to spine. Let's take a couple more breaths here. I want you to really press down through that right hip. The right hip is moving away from your hands. And you're just inviting big length and spaciousness into that whole side of your body. All right, let's bring this through center, and let's do the same thing on the right. So hands out to the right. I want you to really ground your palms, ground your forehead, and start to pull back on your left hip. Breathing big space into that left side. Finding long, slow breath. A long neck and strong belly exhales. All right, maybe one more really nice, luxurious breath here into that left side. And let's bring it back to center. Okay, from here, grip the mat. So I want you to use a strong grip, tiger claw. Pull yourself up and forward to a hands and knees position. Okay, and then take your knees about hip width. And I want to kind of move this posture out a little bit. Let's just take some little circles. So you're moving your torso over your hands and your knees. And I just want to bring a little warmth into your hip joints and your shoulders. And keep the elbows bent too. Tuck your toes. Make this a full body movement. And then let's rewind that movement. Okay. Just building warmth. Bend all the joints. Use them. And then come on back at center. Let's find a little bit more stillness. Okay, I'd like to really warm up the back of the body and really get the legs and arms working. So let's get the right leg out behind. And we're going to roll the right hip under. So I want you to kind of imagine that you're trying to hold a plate on your lower back. And if you lift your right hip too much, you'll drop the plate. So nice and stable. We want a flat tabletop back. Pulling that belly button up and in means that you keep your low back protected. So please do keep a strong belly, like you're wrapping a belt of muscle around your middle. From there, my friends, you have the option to reach forward with your left hand and balance. However, if that's too much, keep that left hand down, no problem. Breathe. Okay, I want you to think of pushing against the floor with the grounded arm and leg, and lifting long through the lifted arm and leg. Keep rolling that right hip under and finding a strong belly. Okay, we're going to move from here. So inhaling, you're really long up top, reaching through the hand and foot. With your exhale, pull the right knee in, pull the left elbow in. See if you could even bring your nose and touch them all together. Strong in the belly. Let's do it again. Inhale, reach out long, 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 long. Exhale, pull it in. Keep it going. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, pull it in. Now you do this a few more times. I want you to just kind of find a pace that suits you. Don't worry about my pace. Just make it slow and controlled, okay? If you want a little extra balance challenge here, I can offer you this. Try closing your eyes. Okay, it really helps you focus where that inner strength here, that core strength comes from. So here we go. I'm going to play with this shape a little bit. So next time you come up, hold right there, pause and breathe. We're going to play with a funky airplane shape. So we're going to bend that right knee and float it out to the right. You're trying to keep it really parallel with the floor here, really crisp. Let's do the same with the left arm. Bend that elbow, float it out to the left. Hold and breathe. Push down on the floor. Lift your strong back body. Belly button into spine. If you want a little extra challenge here, extend the right leg, extend the left arm. One more big breath in right here. And let that go. Whew. Down to hands and knees. Whew. Shake out the wrists maybe. Tuck your toes. Lift up your knees. Go ahead and walk your hands back to your feet. Let's shake it out here. Just bend your knees. Sway side to side. Notice the backs of your legs, how that's feeling. And try to really bend your knees so that your upper body truly can hang. And you can really let your head go. Enjoying a sense of traction, of lengthening in your spine. And of release. That upper body works so hard to hold itself up. All right, we're gonna come back down to the floor. So palms back down, we're walking it forward to hands and knees again. And we'll do the other side. So let's get the left leg out behind. Just like we did on the other side, we want to intentionally tuck that left hip under. So put that imaginary dinner plate on your back, and you really wanna hold it nice and steady and not spill. Belly button into spine keeps you strong from within. And then we can reach the right hand forward, but we don't have to. Breathe. Okay, notice if you're tending to collapse in that upper back, go ahead and lift the belly button strong. Front body pushes down and the back body lifts. So we're finding a nice sense of balance here. Now let's start to move just like we did before. Inhale, reach out really long. Exhale, left knee, right elbow, and your nose. See if you could get them all together. Inhale, reach it long. Exhale, pull it in. Now you keep going. Take a few more rounds just on your own. Find a nice pace. Maybe challenge yourself, close your eyes. Notice warmth building in your torso and your arms and legs. Okay, now next time you come up, hold it there. We're gonna play with the funky airplane shape. So strong belly, lift it in, get that core control. Now we're gonna bend the left knee, send it out to the left, float it nice and crisply parallel with the floor. Bend the right elbow out to the right, hold it, lift and breathe. And breathe. Remember, you can drop a hand, you can take a break at any time. You can always take those breaks, okay? But maybe you stick with the challenge a little longer. If you want a little extra challenge here, extend that left leg, extend the right arm, hold and breathe. Nice, push that floor for one more big breath. And let it go. Whew. Tuck your toes here, lift your knees up and back to standing. Forward fold, but really bend your knees, make it soft and hangy, swing. Oh, shake your head. All right, we're gonna roll it up. So to do that, press into your heels, roll your spine up like you're stacking it for the first time. Big breath in as you reach up tall. Maybe there's a little tiny back bend here. All right, with your exhale, reach out to the one side. Just pick one. Think of lengthening yourself out to the side. Inhale, back up to center. Tiny back bend maybe. Exhale to the other side, lengthen. Inhale, back up to center. One more tiny back bend. With your exhale, hinge at your hips. We're gonna fold it all the way down. So you might bend your knees to help out with that folding feeling. Come halfway up on your inhale, looking forward. You can put fingers on the floor or your knees. And then exhale to fold it all the way down. Another big forward fold. All right, from here, palms come to the floor. Walk them forward, find a plank. Take a big breath in here. And exhale, press your hips back. Find a downward facing dog. Let's do that a couple more times. Inhale for plank, shoulders over wrists, and you can always drop your knees, okay? And exhale, down dog. Again, big breath into plank. And big exhale to down dog. Now, let's keep doing it. This. I want you to take a few more breaths like this. If it gets to be too much, just drop your knees. Do it from your knees, okay? If everything's going okay, now I want you to play with this shape. Let's make like a wavy movement from this. So what if we come up on the tippy toes as we inhale, rounding your spine as you roll forward into your plank. And with your exhale, as you press back to your down dog, what if you bend your knees and extended your spine, arching your back, looking forward. And it's okay if yours doesn't look exactly like mine, right? But what if we cultivated this kind of wavy movement? I want you to feel it out in your down dog, in your practice. A few more wavy down dogs like this. And cultivating fluidity in your spine. Maybe one more. And next time you press back to your downward facing dog, pause there. Arms nice and warm. All right, friends, let's get moving. So with your inhale here, let's swing that right leg up and out behind. And with your exhale, right knee forward. See if you can hover that knee just underneath your heart. Push the floor away. Let's do it again. Inhale, right leg up and out behind. Lift it nice and high. Exhale, right knee to your right elbow. See if you can hover it. Scoop it up to your armpit maybe. One more time. Inhale, right leg up and out behind. This time we're going to cross the right knee underneath to your left elbow. Exhale to the left elbow. Hold it. Maybe while you hold, you scoop it up to the armpit. Whew, let's bring it back. Inhale, right leg up and out behind. And exhale here. Drop that right foot between your hands, okay? We're going to drop the back knee for now. Back knee is down. Come up on your fingertips with your hands underneath your shoulders, okay? You can untuck the back toes too. So here comes a little bitty low lunge. I just want you to inhale and roll your heart forward. See if you could roll your shoulders down your back and drop your hip a little bit while you do that. And with your exhale, pull your hips back. Could you point your right toes at your nose and your nose at your toes? Let's do that again. Inhale to that low lunge. Roll your heart forward. And exhale to this half split. Pull the hips back. Now let's take a few more rounds like this, okay? Just finding that nice wavy fluid movement in your spine. Notice on the inhale, you open up that whole chest. And on the exhale, you're opening up the back of your rib cage. Okay, next time you come forward into that low lunge, pause here with me. I want to open it up a little bit. So let's tuck the back toes, lift that back knee. So the left knee is now up in the air. Pause here with me. Let's see if we can rest fingertips just lightly on the floor. Put some nice activation in your legs. So your fingers are just barely touching the floor here. Now let's see if we can really start to bring this lunge to life. So we're going to really push down through the right heel and think of pulling back on it. I want you to feel the whole back of your right leg light up. And we're also pressing down through those left toes and trying to pull them forward. From there, let's see if we can reach the hands back behind. See if you can join them behind your back. Come all the way up to a crescent lunge, okay? So big breath here. Keep the legs strong. See if you want to push down into the feet a little more. Let the hips open up a little more. If your hands are feeling okay behind you, see if you want to lift that heart up and open. Remember to have really big breath into your chest here. Strong belly button pulling to spine. Right, maybe one more big breath in your crescent lunge, big heart open. And with your exhale, all the hands down around that front foot, the right foot. With your inhale, let's swing the right leg up and out behind, way high. And with your exhale, drop that right foot back to downward facing dog. We'll take a little vinyasa in between just to keep it moving. Inhaling here, find a plank. And that means you can drop your knees, okay? With your exhale, you can step it or hop it to your hands, okay? Whatever works best, and fold. Roll it up on the inhale, reach up tall. Here's another side bend, so exhale to one side. Inhale to bring it up. Other side. Inhale, bring it up. Maybe a little back bend. Exhale here, fold it. Come all the way down. Halfway up on your inhale. Big, big fold on your exhale. Okay, palms are down here. Inhale and hop it or step it back to plank. Okay, it's up to you. Hop or step, yogi's choice. With your exhale, could you slowly lower yourself to the floor? Slow, slow, slow. Okay, inhale here. Pull on the mat. Pull your hands back. See if you could lift your heart up and forward for cobra as you inhale. And with your exhale, tuck your toes. You can come up through your knees if you like, up to downward facing dog. And let's take 5 or 6 breaths here in downward facing dog. Maybe close your eyes. Now that we are a bit warmer, maybe we start to notice the backs of the legs opening up in this posture. So see if you could kind of dive into that hamstring opener and lift your kneecaps so you're activating your quads. Maybe that will help you drop your heels a little bit more. So feeling big spaciousness across that whole back of the lower body. In the upper body, see if you could really press down into your hands and pull your elbows closer together. Okay, so you're rotating your elbows inward, and hopefully that allows the shoulder blades to slide down your back. Okay, here we go on the other side. So inhaling here, let's get that left leg up and out behind. Exhaling here, left knee to your nose. See if you could hover it just underneath your heart and pull it up as you push the floor. Inhale here, left leg out behind, send it high. Exhale here, left knee to left elbow. As you push the floor and hold, could you scoop it up to your armpit? Inhale, left leg back. Exhale to the right elbow this time. Hold, scoop it up if you can while you exhale. Inhale, send that leg up and out behind. Getting the legs warm, getting the core warm. Exhale, pull that knee forward. See if we can drop the left foot between your hands, okay? It's okay if it doesn't work the first time. We'll do it again. Go ahead and drop the back knee. Up on your fingertips here. We're gonna find a little low lunge, get the hips a little more open. Allow the low back to release, okay? So fingertips are great. And we'll start to really activate and press down through the legs. I want you to get a sense that you're kind of resisting the floor with your legs. Okay, we don't ever want to stretch passively. So anytime we want to lengthen tissues, for example, in the back of the left leg, the front of the right here, we want to activate them as we lengthen them. Okay, up on your fingertips, just brushing the floor. Continue to activate your legs. Big breath here. I want you to think you're trying to pull them toward each other as you push down. If everything's feeling great, we're going to tuck those back toes, lift the back knee. Nice breath here. Okay, let's go back to that little half split. So we can drop the back knee here. We can pull those hips back. Okay, point the left toes at your nose. So you're getting the back of the left leg open. Come forward to that little low lunge on your inhale, pulling your heart forward. And back to that half split on your exhale. So keep it going here. Take a few more breaths. You're feeling warmth building in your legs and your hips and your low back. Okay. Next time you come forward into that low lunge, let's pause there. Fingertips, engage the legs against the floor, tuck the back toes, hover the back knee, bringing it up to a crescent lunge. So you can sweep your hands behind you, join them maybe, okay? If they don't join, that's great. You can just reach back. Breathe here with me. So we're resisting the floor. We want strong legs. We can make this lunge not so deep or more deep. We can also choose to really pull the belly button in. You can lift your heart. Big chest moves up. Let's take 3 more long, slow breaths right here. Think of pulling the legs toward each other as you resist the ground. Maybe 1 more big breath. And let's let it go. All the hands down in front. Let's bring it up to a 3-leg dog. So inhale here, left leg up and out behind you. Send it up. And exhale, drop that left foot. So we'll do another vinyasa here, just to keep it warm. You can always skip the vinyasas and just take a break if you'd rather just kind of pop down into a child's pose. Yogi's choice all the time, okay? Here we go, inhaling for that plank. Drop those knees if you want. And exhale, hop or step to your hands, fold. Roll it up, inhale, side bend on your exhale. Inhale, bring it high, little back bend maybe. Exhale to the other side. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, fold it, hinging at your hips. Okay, if it feels tight, just bend those knees. Halfway up for your inhale, looking forward. And with your exhale, bring it all the way down to a fold. You can hug your knees here. Palms are down. Back to your plank. Inhale, you can hop it, step it. Exhale, slowly come down. Maybe you put your knees down first. Cobra on your inhale, peel that heart up and open. Elbows in, pull on the ground. And exhale, down dog. So you can come up through hands and knees. I'll meet you there, downward facing dog. So take some time here, walk out your heels. We're a little warmer. Okay, I want to twist a little bit more with you. Really get to massaging the upper back and shoulders. Twists are going to help detoxify and just kind of circulate all the beautiful fluids in your upper body. Okay, so here we go. Inhaling here, let's get that right leg up and out behind. Exhaling here, right knee to left elbow, just like we did before, but pause. Okay, pause here. We're gonna extend the right leg. Okay, extending that knee and drop your right foot across past the outer edge of your left side of your mat. Okay, and you're on the outer edge of your right foot. And I think of lining the foot up with the hands. So put your foot right over there. Okay, from here, notice if you really press down into the outer edge of that right foot, resisting the floor, you get a great IT band and glute stretch. And if that feels nice, maybe you're a runner or a cyclist, you can even pull back on the right hip and get a great stretch out of that. So keep that in mind. We're gonna move a little bit here. As you inhale, could you reach your left hand up and reach to the ceiling? You can even peel your whole body open and upward. With your exhale, see if you want to bring it back down, touch the floor, and dip that right hip nice and low. Let's do it again, okay? Inhaling, peel open your whole body upward, left hand up. Exhaling, drop that left hip to right hip down. One more time, okay? Come on up, big breath in. Now we can hold it up here if this is feeling good, okay? Take a break if it's not Feeling pretty good right now? Sometimes it can be a little intense. But I want you to really peel that left shoulder open. Maybe you bend and cactus that left elbow and really open up that armpit. Maybe it feels okay to drop your head. One more big breath in here, yogis. Front body wide open. And we're bringing it down. Left hand back under the left shoulder. Okay, we're coming up to a 3-leg dog. On the inhale, send that right leg up and out behind you. Exhale, drop the right foot between your hands. Okay, coming up to a crescent lunge. On your inhale, reach your hands up. Okay, heel balanced over your back toes. And exhale here, hands down by your heart. So before we start to twist, I want us to get some really good lower body alignment and some good stability, and that'll allow us more mobility in the upper body. So press down through your right heel and drag it back, engaging the back of the right leg. Push down through your left toes and pull them forward. Now you feel that good strength and stability. Belly button to spine keeps your low back safe. And then here we go. We're going to take the left elbow to the top of the right knee. And hold here, breathe, just looking out to the side. If you need a break, you can drop the back knee. It's still pretty chill, okay? Still good. Nice breath here. If everything's going great, you can tuck that left elbow more on the outer edge of the right knee. But keep those legs active. We're going to breathe here a little bit longer, so feel free to modify. I'm going to give you some options to explore, okay? I like to have a lot of options and a lot of things to challenge myself with, so I try to offer that to you too. If everything's going great and you can drop the back knee if you need to, you can open your arms wide and tickle the floor with your left fingers, reaching up with your right. Nice big breath as you spread open your chest here. If everything's still going great, you have this spicy option, okay, to bend your left elbow. Use your right hand to put your left elbow under your right leg, and then you can reach your right hand behind. Maybe bind. It's just a funky option. So wherever you are, whatever you're experimenting with, one more big breath in. And unwind yourself slowly and carefully, all hands down under your shoulders. Inhale here, that right leg up and out behind. All right, check it out. As you exhale, point your right toes to the left and hold right here in a scorpion posture. So in scorpion posture, I want you to remember to push down into that right hand so your shoulders remain level with the floor. You feel that? And pull back on the left hip so that it doesn't move too far to the left. Okay, with that in mind, you can experiment with maybe extending that right leg, but keep that left hip back, keep the right hand down. And also, alternatively, another thing you can experiment with is letting that right toe drop all the way to the floor on the left. You can drop onto your tippy toe. And some people call this a flip dog. Some people call this a wild thing. But you can kind of peel your chest and shoulders open to the ceiling. So I give you a lot of options. Feel free to choose any and all of them for a few more breaths. Breathing into that front body, breathing into the right hip. All right, one more huge breath into your chest and hips here. And we're coming out. So big exhale, the right hand is back on the floor. We're all gonna meet with the right leg up and out behind. And 3-leg dog for a big breath in. And then drop the right foot back to downward facing dog. So we'll do a little vinyasa in between. Feel free to skip or come along for the ride. Inhale here, find a plank. Heart pulls forward. Exhale to your hands. Fold. Roll it up on your inhale. Side bend on your exhale. Inhale to bring it up. Lift that heart. Exhale, other side. Inhale, lift it, back to center. Exhale, fold it. Halfway up, inhale. And a really big fold on your exhale. Hug your legs. Palms are on the floor here, inhaling back to your plank. Maybe use your knees as you exhale all the way down. Okay, cobra on your inhale. Pull on the mat, pull your heart up. Downward facing dog on your exhale. Come on up and back. Take some breath here with me, please. 5 or 6 long, slow breaths. Think of pushing into your feet, pushing into your hands. Okay, pulling all of your body inward toward the center. I like to think of this feeling of pushing out through the bones, but pulling back in through the muscles. And finding where that central point, where is your center of gravity, your center of strength. All right, so we're going to do the other side. Here we go. Inhale here, your left leg comes up and out behind you. Exhale here, that left knee to your right elbow, bring it across underneath you. So hover here and extend that left knee, dropping the outer edge of the left foot to the floor. Okay, and if you need to drop the back knee or drop your hips here, feel free to do that. You can still play around with the movement, all the same. So let's check out that IT band stretch, okay? If you really press down through the outer edge of that left foot and pull back on the left hip, you get a really nice IT band opening. So you can keep that active as you begin to move. So let's play around with that twisty heart opener movement here. With your inhale, think of peeling open your chest. That right hand reaches up. With your exhale, think of dropping that left hip, coming down. We'll do it again. Inhale, bring it up. Big chest. Exhale, bring it down. One more time, bring it up on the inhale, and then maybe let's hang here. Hang right here. You can make it more of a side bend by reaching the right hand away from the right foot. You can make it more of a back bend by cactusing that right arm and kind of peeling it open. Nice breath into your whole front body. When in doubt, take a breath, okay? We'll have one more big breath in right here. And come down on your exhale. Okay, right hand back to the floor. Boom. Inhale, the left leg up and back to 3-leg dog. And exhale, that left foot forward to drop between your hands. Coming up to that crescent lunge on the inhale. Exhale, your hands down by your heart. So we're going to twist on this side as well. And I want to encourage you, if you need a little more relaxing practice today, just drop the back knee. Okay, you can make it really gentle with the back knee down. If you're feeling spicy and energetic, go ahead and get a nice strong base here with the back knee lifted. We want to pull the muscles inward as we push out through the bones, but keep the low back safe. So your belly button is always driving inward. Even the sides of your middle are drawing inward, okay? All right, guys, let's twist. So let's take the right elbow to the left knee. Looking to the left, just hold it right here and breathe. I'll spin around to face you. Okay, so keep in mind, the back knee can come down, but I want you to strengthen your legs, resist the floor. All right, and keep your options open if you need to modify, and don't worry if you fall out. Come back in. So I want you to think of putting your hands close to your heart and your heart close to your hands, like your hands are perfectly aligned with your spine. Okay, put some nice press between your elbows so your elbows are as far away as you can get them. And maybe you want to tuck that right elbow more toward the outer edge of the left knee. Okay, I'm just going to give you kind of a spectrum that you can choose to move through or stop whenever. Maybe you open your arms wide, tickling the floor with your right hand, reaching up with your left. Remember to keep that big breath. And here's a super funky challenge, okay? Maybe just try it, and if it doesn't work, no big deal. See if you can get that right elbow really low. Use your left hand to put your right hand under your left thigh. And then your left hand might reach back and find your right. Nice big breath here as you peel open the left side of your chest. Wherever you are, big breath. Maybe one more big deep breath here in your twisted lunge. And let's come out. All hands back on the floor. Boom, boom. Back to three-leg dog. Inhale here, left leg up and out behind. Okay, heading to that scorpion on the exhale. So exhale, point the toes over to the right and pause. Okay, scorpion, we want to be kind of picky with our alignment. Okay, so we're really intentionally pulling back on that right hip as the left opens up. And we're really pushing down through that left shoulder, keeping the shoulders level. Big breath here, push that ground away. So I'm going to give you options. Option A, stay here or take a break. Okay, extend that left leg maybe. See if you can pull back on the left hip. On the right hip as you extend that left leg. And or you can bend the left knee and allow the left toes to drop all the way behind you on the floor to the right. Dropping those left toes. Okay, big breath in. Flip dog or wild thing, you can call it. Nice big breath into your whole chest, shoulders, and neck. One more big breath here, yogis, wherever you are. And let's bring it down. All hands back down in front. Inhale here. One last three-leg dog with that left leg up in the air. And exhale here. Downward facing dog. All right, my friends. This is our last downward facing dog. So just pedal out your heels. Notice how you feel. And then from here, bend your knees, come all the way down to hands and knees. And if you just sit your hips out to one side here and find a comfy seat, then we'll be ready to cool down and kind of move into the rest of the day after some rest. So whatever your cross-leg posture is great if it's super comfortable. I like to tuck one foot in really close to my hips so that the sole of the foot kind of flips up, and that gives a really nice hip opening. And then you can tuck the other foot in just the same, very close. It kind of allows the hips to open up. But find your comfy seat. Let your hands rest on your knees and sit up tall. Notice how you feel after all that twisting and back bending and breathing deeply. Hopefully you feel a really nice glow, kind of a sparkly, energetic feeling. Now let's balance that with some nice grounded feeling in your hips. So really press down through both of your big sitting bones that you sit on. Make sure they're equally weighted. With a slight pull back in your belly button, you feel strong around the middle. And then give a little lift up and out of your low back so you feel like your spine is actually rising up out of the earth. Okay, shifting your awareness even further up in your spine. Position your rib cage perfectly over your pelvis in your mind's eye, in your mind's body map. Allow your shoulder girdle to rest perfectly on top of your rib cage, maybe pulling your shoulder blades back and down and together. Give more space in your big chest. Maybe a slight tuck in your chin can take any creases out of the back of your neck. Allow your jaw to relax here as you continue to breathe through your nose. And bringing back big awareness to the breath. Notice the flow of your breath in and out your nostrils and your trachea. Notice the sensation of the belly and the rib cage, expanding and contracting. Allow your face to relax, your forehead soft, your jaw hang slack. And if you notice your thoughts reaching into the past and the future, you notice some thinking happening, then smile. Say to yourself, I was thinking. And go back to observing your breath and your body. And please keep resting like this for as long as you can. 5 minutes would be your ideal minimum, but longer is better. Thanks so much for practicing with me today. Taking good care of yourself.